Secrets! Secrets everywhere! You weren't supposed to be able to get here, you know. Shut up, Rockstar. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today what we got for you are 12 secret locations in Grand Theft Auto 3 that you've probably never seen before. And that's because most of these locations, well, they require mods to get here. And almost all of these highly detailed locations are only seen in cutscenes. And because they are restricted to only cutscenes, we normally can't access these areas in free roam. Well, of course, today we're going to be breaking the rules a bit and giving y'all an in-depth look at some of these locations. Now, the mods used for this video are the GTA 3 admin console, which gives us access to flying cars and essentially an air brake mode, allowing us to clip through any building. I also switched around the scripts for the Sentinel and the RC Bandit, which also allow us to drive the RC Bandit around and into some hard-to-reach locations. So if y'all enjoy, please support the channel by leaving a like and subscribing, and let's get started. Number 1, Kenji's Rooftop Casino. Situated high above the roads of Liberty City, we've got this highly detailed rooftop exterior atop a casino that belongs to Kenji. This is a character we do tons of missions for throughout GTA 3, and in the background cutscenes of his missions, we see this exterior. And I always wondered, what exactly is up here? Why can't we normally explore this highly detailed exterior outside of these missions? And if we actually take a look around this rooftop, we find a very awesome Japanese theme exterior, featuring pergolas with tables underneath them, with lampshades with low-resolution dragons on them, I want to say. We also see a pool, which interestingly enough features a very high-quality water texture, but it's solid, meaning the water is not actually real. And if you take a closer look, you can actually see underneath the pool and see that there is just a giant open area. And you can actually fall through and check out this area if you keep walking towards the back part of the roof. The ground is no longer solid. You'll fall through into some sort of chamber almost inside of this building, and you can see underneath the pool and up into the sky. And you can also fall through a couple different areas in this chamber. I'm not sure exactly what to call it, but it's very interesting that we've got this highly detailed rooftop and also this not so much detailed interior to this rooftop as well. Number 2, the Fort Staunton construction site. Now tell me in the comments down below, how many of y'all throughout the years have tried to fly a dodo into this building and walk around and explore? How many of y'all were successful? Well, we can actually explore the 3rd floor of this under construction building, and unfortunately there's not too much going on up here. It's your typical miscellaneous construction items. We've got barrels that are not interactive that would normally explode on any other part of the map. We've got stacks of wood, things like that. We've got unfinished rooms, hallways, and you can also actually drop down to another level of this building. If you go over to one side, you drop straight down into a container filled with boxes that are not solid. But what you have here is just an unfinished room this time. There's nothing in here whatsoever. But it's interesting that there's no invisible barriers and that we can actually take a look around this building. Now, fun fact for y'all, Grand Theft Auto 3 was originally going to feature a multiplayer game mode. With this multiplayer game mode, we're going to come a few different maps. And one of these maps was this unfinished building that was going to have multi-layers to it. And you were going to be able to climb up stairs to these different layers and these different rooms and the different levels and fend off enemies. Well, we know Grand Theft Auto 3 didn't end up featuring the multiplayer game mode, so most of this was actually cut, but thanks to some users on the GTA forums, we actually have access to the tower and what it would have looked like in multiplayer. Number 3, Donald Love's Rooftop Garden. High above the streets of Liberty City, much like Kenji's Rooftop Casino, on top of the Love Media building, we have a rooftop garden. And this one is similar to Kenji's Rooftop Casino in a lot of ways, as they both feature this Japanese style Oriental architecture. And Donald Love's, I think, is a little bit better than Kenji's. It doesn't have a pool, but it's got 2 buildings situated on the top. We've got lots of rocks. We've got some trees up here. We've got kind of a cool bridge. It's not solid. A nice little pathway. Just a very interesting place. But the thing is, there's no way to get down. Like, there's no door that leads inside the building. So, like, the only way to get down is to literally just jump off the building and go Geronimo style. But also atop this building, there's a very interesting detail, and it's outside of one of the two houses. And well, it's a highly detailed treadmill. Overall though, the rooftop garden trend is something I'm trying to hop on. I need a rooftop garden now. Number 4, the interior from the mission, Silence the Sneak. This is a mission where we've got to go take out somebody who's hiding in witness protection, I believe, and, well, this isn't really much of an interior, but it's a room that normally you can't access, I don't think, at all without the use of mods. This one is pretty cool. It's literally just a square box with a door and an open window, and to me, this is somewhat reminiscent of an interior from Max Payne 1, but I might be on crack. But nonetheless, with the use of mods, we can go inside of this interior and we can hide out in here. You can call the cops on yourself, get a 6-star wanted level, blow up the military, shoot the cops, destroy helicopters, and ultimately it's almost an area where you're pretty much invincible for the most part. But nonetheless, this interior is really nothing too special, but at the same time, it's pretty special in my opinion, as there's nothing there and it's normally inaccessible. Number 5, the Ghost Town. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this one. Out of every location in this video, this one is definitely the most popular, and I've talked about it on the channel recently in the past few weeks, so we're not going to touch base on it too much. But the Ghost Town, we know, is the exterior city block from the introductory scene to Grand Theft Auto 3, and it's conveniently placed outside of the map and inaccessible to players without the use of cheats, whether it's the flying car cheat, whether you're a skilled dodo pilot, or with the use of mods. And we can go here. There's really not too much here. It's a city block. We've got the alpha version of the Albany car, I believe. We've got some Secura vans. We've got a like a cargo truck, and really that's about it. That's the only thing that's there aside from the Liberty City Bank. The alleys are very detailed, but other than that, that is the very mysterious Ghost Town. Number 6, the Upstate Tunnels. I know that you guys have tried to get through these tunnels before. Don't lie, because I know you have. In Shoreside Vale, we've got the Upstate Tunnels that are barred off with a barrier with like construction signs and things like that, just preventing us from going through. Well, there's an actual invisible barrier, but you can actually glitch over this and get inside of the tunnels. Unfortunately, though, there's nothing really in there. We see some road work going on, but if you go too far, you literally fall through the tunnels because the floors are not solid. Only like the 2 inches on the inside of the barrier. Other than that, you walk any further, you're gonna fall through the map. But it's interesting to get inside the tunnels, because imagine if Rockstar had the Ghost Town available to us and the tunnels led straight to Ghost Town. Number 7, the Cedar Ridge Observatory. This is, once again, in the Shoreside Vale area, and atop this just giant ridge, or this hill, we've got an observatory. But unfortunately, even with the use of mods and being able to go up here and take a better look at it, the ground is not solid, meaning that you're going to either go right through the observatory, or you're going to fall straight through under the map into blue hell. But nonetheless, I thought it was cool to take a look at the observatory, give you guys an up close and personal look, because I'm sure, once again, just like the tunnels or most of these interiors that I'm showing y'all in this video, you have tried to get here before, but you've been unsuccessful, and that's kind of the whole premise of this video, to show y'all these interiors that you normally cannot access. Number 8, the Liberty City Cox Stadium. Okay, you can make a joke that the Liberty City Cox Stadium is the Zach Cox TV stadium. Okay, enough. Well, this is the stadium for the Liberty City football team. Now, unfortunately, we can't even go inside of here because there's doors barring it off. You can see over the top and look down with the use of a dodo, or through mods or an air brake mode, whatever it is. Well, if you look down into the stadium, you see Cox written on the stadium seats, where all the seats would be, where the fans would sit. And then if we take a look from a bird's eye view of the actual football field, you see what looks to be a very distorted, low-resolution cock or a chicken decorated onto the football field. Now, we can actually land inside of here, but the ground is not solid, and we're actually a few feet underneath the football field, and we can drive around there. But I wanted to give y'all an even better tour of the stadium. And what I did is loaded in the GTA 3 map into Grand Theft Auto 4, and with this mod, which you can find linked down below in the description, you can actually take a look inside of the stadium and walk around, because the interior and the ground is actually solid this time, and you're not going to fall through the map. Number 9, the Portland Rock Lighthouse. Fun fact, I just found out that the lighthouse on the PC and PS2 version of GTA 3 is actually gray and white because of a broken texture. It's actually supposed to be red and white, just like in Liberty City Stories. Nonetheless, this interior, or this exterior, I should say, is very interesting trying to reach, because even with the use of mods, it's almost like there's a slippery slope here, because your character, no matter what you do, starts like sliding and falling down the stairs. There's a big invisible barrier around the lighthouse, and I wish there was an interior to this lighthouse. I don't see why not. I'm breaking character here and getting kind of opinionated and talking to you guys personally here, but honestly, how cool would it have been to have an interior in the lighthouse like we do with GTA Vice City? There's a couple ways to get up here through like glitches and whatnot, but you always end up sliding back down into the water and dying because of this invisible barrier surrounding the lighthouse. For number 10 and 11, we're going to combine these two. We've got the different safe houses in Grand Theft Auto 3. And starting off with the Portland safe house, this is the first one that we are introduced to in the game. And I know for years, just like me, you guys have thought, how can I get inside of here and look around? Because if we just walk too far into a safe house, the door's going to close, and that's when the save menu pops up. Well, if we use the RC Bandit and we drive up inside of here, we can actually take a look inside the safe house and see what's in here. We've got a really big bed, a really big mattress. We've got a TV on a cardboard box. We've got a like a washer to wash our clothes. I don't think there's a dryer. And we've got a microwave, and that's kind of it. This is a pretty barren, desolate apartment. I mean, there's not even a bathroom in here, but I'm sure there's other ways to glitch inside of here without the use of mods, but this one was the easiest for me as I have access to the mods. But it's really cool being able to see inside the Portland safe house for the first time. Oh, also, there's some magazines with like a mule on it, I believe. I don't want to forget those. But moving on to the other safe house, number 11, we've got the Shoreside Vale safe house, and this one is at the bottom of a big apartment complex. And if we actually walk inside of this one or drive in it, then the only thing in there is a soda machine. That's it, just a literal soda machine. So Claude's got it good in this apartment. No bed, no bathroom, no way to wash clothes, cook food, literally a soda machine. And number 12, Joey Leone's garage. This one is a really cool interior to check out. There's tons of things in here. It's your typical garage, but there's just so much going on. There's ramps for cars, there's tires, there's toolboxes, there's a dune buggy, and there's also the wreck of a car. It's a rusted out Beamer, and this is actually a beta vehicle that never made it into Grand Theft Auto 3, which is very interesting. There's storage, there's stairs, different things like that. So getting in this garage is very cool. This is honestly one of the cooler interiors in my opinion, maybe because I'm a car guy and I think things like this are cool. But nonetheless, guys, those are 12 secret interiors and exteriors in Grand Theft Auto 3 that you normally don't have access to without the use of mods or cheats, and sometimes just without the use of mods you can't even get to these at all. So hopefully y'all enjoyed. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to give it a thumbs up, help a brother out. Let's break 3,000 likes on this video. If you want to see more like it, consider subscribing as well, because we're on the road to 500,000 subscribers. But with that said, my name is Zach Cox. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next video.